Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at an incredible list of the top 20 best military simulation games that I've put together for you, and let's start with ARMA 3, known for its realistic military simulation. ARMA 3 offers expansive gameplay focusing on tactical combat and open-world exploration. The graphics are detailed, providing immersive environments and realistic character models. Set in the near future, players engage in various military operations on a fictional Mediterranean island. Objectives range from reconnaissance missions to large-scale assaults, with players able to choose their approach and tactics. Strategy is key as players must coordinate with teammates, utilize the terrain, and manage resources effectively to succeed. And to continue, we have Squad, which emphasizes teamwork and communication in its large-scale battles, offering realistic gameplay with an emphasis on coordination and strategy. The graphics are stunning, providing detailed environments and realistic character models. Set in modern conflicts, players take on roles within a military squad and engage in intense battles with objectives ranging from capturing strategic points to destroying enemy assets. Success requires effective communication, role coordination, and terrain utilization to gain tactical advantage. Players must employ combined arms tactics and adapt to the dynamic conditions of the battlefield. For our next game, I've chosen one that you'll really enjoy, Escape from Tarkov. Featuring intense and challenging gameplay, Escape from Tarkov is a realistic survival game set in a war-torn city. The graphics are dark and immersive, portraying a grim urban environment. The game's narrative revolves around a conflict between rival private military companies and scavengers in an isolated city. Objectives include looting valuable resources, completing missions, and surviving against hostile forces. Strategy involves careful planning, resource management, and adapting to unpredictable encounters with both AI-controlled enemies and other players. Now we have a game that many may not be familiar with, Hearts of Iron 4. It's a grand strategy game set during World War II, offering deep gameplay focusing on the military, economic, and political management of a nation. The graphics are stylized and represent the global conflict with detailed maps and icons. Players can lead any nation through the tumultuous period of the 1930s and 1940s, shaping history through diplomacy, war, and technology. Objectives vary according to the chosen nation's goals, whether it's conquering territories, defending against invasions, or achieving ideological supremacy. Strategy involves carefully planning military campaigns, diplomatic maneuvers, and managing industrial production to support war efforts. Brothers in Arms, Hell's Highway. This tactical shooter combines historical authenticity with engaging narrative, following the experiences of the 101st Airborne Division during Operation Market Garden in World War II. The graphics are immersive, capturing the harsh realities of combat in the European theater. The narrative explores the bond between soldiers and the challenges they face in a campaign to liberate Europe from Nazi occupation. Objectives include completing specific missions within larger operations, such as securing objectives or rescuing comrades. Strategy involves the effective use of cover, flanking enemy positions, and coordinating with teammates to overcome entrenched defenses. Now on to Company of Heroes 2. This is a real-time strategy game set during World War II, putting players in command of Allied or Axis forces in the brutal scenario of the Eastern Front. The graphics are impressive, depicting war-torn battlefields with realistic details. With an engaging single-player campaign and competitive multiplayer modes, players must conquer key objectives, manage resources, and utilize advanced military tactics to achieve victory. Strategy is essential, with quick decision-making and tactical adaptation being crucial to overcome the dynamic challenges presented by the game. Talking about a pure strategy game, Rising Storm 2, Vietnam. Set during the Vietnam War, Rising Storm 2 offers an intense and authentic gaming experience, with multiplayer battles between the forces of the United States and Vietnam. The graphics are immersive, capturing the dense jungle and characteristic urban environments of the conflict. Players can choose from different classes and roles while working as a team to capture territories and complete specific objectives in a variety of game modes. Strategy involves effective communication, intelligent use of guerrilla tactics, and adaptation to constantly changing combat conditions. An incredible game despite its older graphics is Red Orchestra 2, Heroes of Stalingrad. This first-person shooter focuses on the Battle of Stalingrad during World War II, offering a realistic and brutal combat experience. The graphics are detailed, recreating the war-torn battlefields and intense urban confrontations of the time. With multiplayer and single-player game modes, players can fight as soldiers of the Red Army or the Wehrmacht, participating in epic battles for supremacy in the besieged city. Strategy is crucial, with emphasis on occupying defensive positions, squad communication, and coordinating attacks to achieve each team's objectives. GRAVITEAM Tactics, Operation Star. This real-time strategy game puts players in command of military units during World War II conflicts, especially on the Eastern Front. The graphics are realistic, offering a detailed representation of battlefields and the units involved. With a deep tactical approach, players must manage their forces, coordinate attacks and defenses, and ensure the supply of their troops while fighting for territory in a dynamic campaign. Strategy involves the intelligent use of terrain, careful selection of units, and precise timing to launch successful attacks against the enemy. You better watch your step in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, as in this game every move is crucial. Players are thrust into Oroa, a mysterious island controlled by a private military corporation. The graphics are stunning, offering vast and detailed landscapes, while characters and equipment are richly rendered. The story follows the struggle of a group of elite operators against a deadly technological threat led by a former colleague. Objectives include reconnaissance missions, sabotage, and rescue, while players must face intelligent and adaptable enemies. Strategy involves choosing between stealthy approaches or direct combat, using tactical equipment, and forming alliances with other players to tackle tougher challenges. You should be even more cautious in America's Army, Proving Grounds. This first-person shooter is developed by the United States Army as a recruitment and training tool. The graphics are realistic, reflecting authentic military equipment and environments. The story is centered around the operations of U.S. Special Forces, with objectives ranging from direct combat to reconnaissance and rescue missions. Gameplay emphasizes cooperation among team members, effective communication, and execution of military tactics to achieve mission objectives. Strategy involves adapting to constantly changing situations, smart use of terrain, and leveraging each team member's unique skills to succeed on the battlefield. A fantastic game that runs on most computers is Men of War, Assault Squad 2. This real-time strategy game allows players to command units during World War II in a variety of scenarios. The graphics are detailed, offering a realistic representation of battlefields and the units involved. The story spans multiple campaigns, each with its own objectives and unique challenges, from defending strategic points to launching offensive attacks. Gameplay emphasizes direct control of units, building defenses, and using specialized vehicles and weapons. Strategy requires careful planning, unit coordination, and adaptation to enemy tactics to achieve victory in each battle. Day of Infamy. Based on World War II, Day of Infamy is a first-person shooter that portrays intense battles between Allied and Axis forces. The graphics are authentic, capturing the details of the battlefields and weapons of the time. The story follows the major military operations of the war, from D-Day to the Battle of the Bulge. Objectives include capturing strategic points, destroying important targets, and defending key positions. Gameplay is fast-paced and tactical, with an emphasis on cooperation among team members and smart use of terrain to gain an advantage over the enemy. Strategy involves choosing the best defensive positions, effectively using weapons, and constant communication with teammates to ensure mission success. Insurgency, SANDSTORM. This first-person tactical shooter provides an immersive experience in modern conflict settings in the Middle East. The graphics are realistic, with detailed environments and authentic weaponry. The story unfolds amidst insurgencies and confrontations between military forces and rebel groups. Objectives range from attacks on strategic points to VIP escorts. Gameplay is intense and challenging, requiring precision and strategy to overcome skilled opponents. Strategy involves tactical coordination with the team, effective use of cover, and smart choice of equipment to adapt to constantly changing combat situations. Postscriptum. Inspired by real events of World War II, Postscriptum is a tactical shooter that puts players in the midst of large historical battles. The graphics are impressive, faithfully recreating the battlefields and equipment of the time. The story focuses on specific military operations, such as the Battle of Arnhem or the Battle of the Bulge. Objectives include capturing strategic points, destroying enemy artillery, and defending front lines. Gameplay is based on squad cooperation, with emphasis on communication and teamwork to achieve mission objectives. Strategy involves the intelligent use of military tactics, such as flanking and ambushes, to overcome the enemy and secure victory. It's impossible to talk about tactics without mentioning War Thunder. This multiplayer vehicular combat game offers intense battles on land, air, and sea during World War II and beyond. The graphics are impressive, with detailed vehicle models and realistic environments. The story spans different historical periods, allowing players to participate in iconic and fictional battles. Objectives vary according to the game mode, including aerial combat, tank battles, and naval encounters. Gameplay is diverse, with a wide variety of vehicles and armaments available for selection. Strategy involves the intelligent use of position, maneuver, and specific combat tactics for each type of vehicle in order to overcome opponents and achieve victory. Almost reaching the end, I come here to ask for your humble subscription, and don't forget to leave a like as it helps a lot. Steel Division 2, set during Operation Bagration on the Eastern Front of World War II, Steel Division 2 is a real-time strategy game that puts players in command of military divisions during large-scale battles. The graphics are impressive, offering a detailed representation of the battlefields and the units involved. The story follows the events of the Soviet military operation and allows players to participate in both historical and fictional battles. Objectives include capturing strategic points, defending front lines, and destroying enemy forces. Gameplay is based on unit coordination, the use of effective combat tactics, and adapting to dynamic changes on the battlefield to achieve victory. This one is my favorite, Squadrons. This game puts players in the cockpit of starfighters, offering exciting and intense space battles. The graphics are immersive, with vivid representations of ships and space environments. The story unfolds amidst intergalactic conflicts, with objectives ranging from attacking enemy ships to defending important bases. Gameplay focuses on piloting skills, tactical maneuvers, and strategic use of weapons and resources. Strategy involves coordination with the team, effective communication, and adaptation to enemy tactics to achieve victory in space battles. Another one of my favorites, and this one is better than the last, Battlefield 5, set in World War II, offering a large-scale combat experience with epic battles on various fronts. The graphics are impressive, with realistic details of environments and character models. The story covers different campaigns of the war, with objectives ranging from capturing strategic points to eliminating high-value enemy targets. Gameplay is dynamic, with a variety of classes and vehicles available to players. Strategy involves teamwork, resource control, and adaptation to changes on the battlefield to ensure victory for your faction. To conclude the video, we have Verdun. This first-person shooter is set during World War I, offering an authentic trench warfare experience. The graphics are realistic, with detailed representations of weapons, equipment, and environments of the time. The story focuses on battles of the Western Front, with objectives including capturing enemy trenches and advancing front lines. Gameplay is tactical and intense, with a variety of soldier classes available to players. Strategy involves the intelligent use of cover, flanking enemy positions, and coordination with teammates to achieve success in military operations. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, as that really helps a lot. If you think any game is missing, or if you're planning to play any of these games, don't forget to leave a comment. Those were the top 20 best military simulation games. This has been another video from New Quest Play, and I'll be here waiting for you for the next quest.